everyone, it's Enjoy English School.
Here we go.
All right, I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
And today we have August 2nd. We have the Perfect Singer article on pages 8 and 9 of our magazine.
那我们今天在8月2号的地方，8到9月的地方，我们今天要讲人物传记这个主题哦。
So the perfect singer today is Lipa, which I heard Minnie is a big fan of.
那我们今天要讲的呢，是一个展现完美歌喉的女唱将Dua Lipa这个人。
Now, actually, I played some Dua Lipa for my students. I said, do you know who this is? And they said, no. So I played her songs, and they said, oh, yeah, we know who this is. And I feel maybe a lot of people are like that.
老师说他在课堂上的时候，有时候他会放这个音乐，可能讲到这个人跟学生讲，学生可能不知道他是谁，但一播到他的音乐，学生每个人都说，哦，原来是他唱的。
That's right. All right, let's jump right in to paragraph 1. So, before we begin, let's talk about our magazine. We're looking at pages 8 and 9. And don't forget, you should be writing on this a lot. Before you start today's article, you should have your pencil, some kind of pen and a highlighter, and I also have some sticky notes. So, don't forget to write all over this. You'll remember it more if you write it down.
学好英文很重要的方法就是你要写笔记。老师说你一定要有你的荧光笔、红笔跟一些其他颜色的笔，把你的书都写得满满的，成就感也是十足的哦。
Look at my paper. This, I'm a foreigner. 我是外国人，我写那么多。You could write just as much. Here we go. Our first sentence today. Dua Lipa's parents didn't have an easy life before she was born.
那Dua Lipa的双亲 parents 指的是双亲父母两个，但在他出生前的日子，生活并不容易。
As Albanian Muslims, they were forced to leave Kosovo, their home country, during the war in 1992.
那身为阿尔巴尼亚的这个穆斯林信徒呢，他们在1992年战争期间被迫离开他们的祖国，也就是所谓的科索瓦。
Yeah, so right away we have some difficulties.
Oh, so difficult. Oh my gosh, the name.
Yeah, the names and the history are a little tricky, but don't worry about this part too much. We're just kind of learning about her history. 不用想太多. Now, look at 1992. 我们不可以说1992年. You have to say 两个数字. 1992. Go.
所以在讲这个年份的时候要注意，你不可以讲那1992，这样讲太不专业了哦。所以我们是两个位数一起讲 19 然后 92 92。
Our next sentence says they moved to an area for refugees in London.
所以他们搬到伦敦的一个难民区里面。
So refugee is a special word. 它有开头这个 re, but we don't say refugees. So pick up that pencil, pick up your pen, and 这个要写短一的。Refugees.
所以注意一下 refugee 这边 re 我们常会说 review, replay, read 对不对？但在这边的 re 要拿起你的笔做一个记号，因为它念 re 不念 re 哦。
That's right. Re usually means 再一次, just like what Minnie was saying. But here, re actually is ref, and this means safe. Ref means safe.
Safe 安全的意思 ref 开头的字首。
Our next sentence says, things got better in England as her father worked for a company putting on music festivals, and her mother found work in tourism.
所以随着他的父亲在一家举办音乐季的公司工作，母亲呢在这个从事旅游业的地方工作，那他们在英国的生活就变得越来越好。
Now we have a lot of grammar here. Let's take a few minutes to take a look at this. Number 1, 圈起来这个 as 的单词. You've seen this word many times. 可能你看到那个 as tall as, 你像什么东西一样高. The as here really means while, W-H-I-L-E. 赶快写下来 while.
老师都用中文讲，我也不知道我要讲什么。反正 as 呢就是当做，所以 as tall as 就是和什么一样高。那在这边 as 其实就跟 while 两件事情同时发生就用 as。
Now, while and as usually talk about long actions. You will usually see it with the continuous tenses. I was doing homework while listening to homework. both are long actions.
OK， 所以当你用 while 或者是 as 的时候，两件事情会是长时间进行的事情。所以刚刚老师给的例子 ，I was doing my homework， 这个就是用一个进行式的写法。While I was listening to music， 当我听音乐的时候。
And we have, your father was worked for a company. We don't have ing here, but it's okay. This is still an acceptable grammar.
那在这边我们看到 work 就是 ed 不是 ing， 但这边还是一个文法上正确的用法。
All right, now the word festivals is one of our highlighted key words. We know festivals are kind of like long parties, but they are actually related to the words for food. Festival and feast are both about eating food.
那 festival 这边感觉好像是一个节庆，像我们有什么 Moon Festival、Dragon Boat Festival， 对不对？节庆。但其实 festival 这个字，它的字根来源是从食物来的 ，feast，feast 这个字代表大餐的意思。
Now, festival are usually a few days long. So when his dad is putting on a music festival, we feel this is a concert, but it's not just one. Maybe it's 2 days or 3 days long, and there's like a lot of things happening here. It's not just one day like Christmas. That's a holiday. But Dragon Boat Festival, Moon Festival, those are usually a few days long.
所以通常 festival 看到这个字，我们要庆祝这个祭典的时候，通常它是2-3天，为期2-3天。所以像这个音乐季，它就不是单单一个音乐会哦，它是2-3天，有很多不同的艺术家、不同的艺人来做表演。像美国流行那个 Coachella， 就是一个例子。
That's right, the music festivals.
Yeah.
Our next, continue on here, it says, Mom found work in tourism. So when you find work, maybe you didn't want to do this, but this is your job. Maybe she wanted to do something else, but when you find work in something, it wasn't your plan.
所以老师这边讲到一个，我觉得只有native speaker 会看出来的一个点哦。他说这边用 find 用寻找这个字，可能妈妈原本不是想要做旅游业，但她找到了这个地方，然后也是就是接受了。
That's right. Our next sentence says, Lipa was born in 1995, 不是1995年, and grew up in West Hampstead.
好，所以他说这个我们今天的这个音乐家，他这个杜瓦利波，他是在1995年，但是在英文你要念1995 ，OK， 1995。
That's a good way of saying it.
Yeah， 1995出生，然后呢，在西汉普斯特德长大，在这个地方长大。
Yeah, and West Hampstead, it's like a neighborhood. It's like if you're in Taipei, it's like Xinyi or like Danshui. It's like a neighborhood.
一个区域的名称。
All right, let's get ready to take a quick break. Welcome back to Enjoy English School. Let's start paragraph 2. Our first sentence says, Lipa was influenced by her father, who played rock music, and she started singing at the age of 5.
所以 Lipa 呢，他被他的父亲所影响，因为他父亲是玩摇滚乐的，所以他从小就被摇滚乐所影响。那在他非常年轻，至龄5岁的时候，他就开始唱歌。
Yep. Now, I actually watched a little interview. So she wrote her first song at the age of 4. But
No way.
Yes. So this is like a little kid song. So 她觉得不算是. And she sang a song. It was about her mom. And she sang it in her mother tongue. This is 她的母语. And the song was about her mom. And it was, when Dua Lipa grows up, she wants to wear her mom's dresses and clothes. She says, can I be as pretty as my mom? Can I still wear my mom's dresses?
Sing.
She didn't sing it. I don't know it. So, but her mom still sings it to her, which I thought was really cute.
Yeah. 所以老师刚刚说他有去做一个研究，对这个歌手有个研究，所以有一个 interview 就是一个报道，他说就是 Lipa 他深受音乐影响，他在4岁的时候就写了他第一首歌，然后这首歌的内容多可爱呢，是在讲他的妈妈在说哦，我多想穿我妈妈的洋装跟衣服，然后他的妈妈还真的会唱给 Lipa 听哦。
I also sang that to my mom when I was 4.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Let's continue on our next sentence. Her singing teacher saw something in her when she was 9, So he encouraged her to sing in front of older students.
我很喜欢这个用法，他说 saw something in her 这个看到她的才华，所以他说他的歌唱导师其实在9岁的时候就看出了他的这个歌唱才华，所以老师就鼓励他在高年级的学生面前唱歌。
Now pick up your pen here. We have encourage, 鼓励, and underline the C-O-U-R-A-G-E.
Courage.
勇敢。
勇气。
And that's right. We're going to see this in just a second here. In this way, she was able to gain courage.
透过这种方式呢，透过老师的鼓励，然后在高年级面前唱歌，透过这样的方式，他就能够提升他的胆识跟胆量。
So en in encourage means plus. It means add, 加. So when we're adding courage, we're 鼓励你. And so that's the relationship between courage and encourage.
所以看到 en 字首的字，我们通常会把一个名词变成动词，然后它有一种往上增加的感觉。
Okay, now we have real tricky grammar here. Pick up your highlighters or pen. Underline was able to.
Was able to.
Now, was able to, 事实上就是 could 的意思. So, 干嘛没有用 could, right? Well, when we say was able to, you have a plan. But sometimes something else happens and you can't do the action.
所以 was able to 这就代表说你有一个计划，但是有事情发生让你没有办法做这个计划。
That's right. So we have a plan to go hiking in the mountains this weekend. We have a plan. We have free time. We can go. But there's a typhoon.
Oh.
Can we go hiking now?
We are not able to go.
That's right. So we don't want to say we can't go. We want to say we're not able to. So 这个有加长, we have some plan. 有什么计划, but 因为事情, you can't go.
所以如果我用 able to 是 can 的感觉，但是那就代表我的计划可以成真。
That's right. That's right. Let's get ready for our final paragraph. Welcome back to Enjoy English School and our Dua Lipa article. Let's begin our final paragraph. After Lipa finished elementary school, Heise elementary school, the Lipa family moved back to Kosovo because the war was over.
所以 Lipa 他在小学毕业之后，他们全家人因为战争结束之后就搬回了这个科索沃这个地方。
I wonder what Dua Lipa felt then, because she grew up in London and now she's leaving her friends in elementary school to go to like a new country.
True.
Maybe she's excited, but maybe she's nervous or both. I don't know. I think that's an interesting question.
对啊，因为他在伦敦长大嘛，那现在他要搬回去他原本来的地方，他国小年纪正需要同学年纪，然后就要搬回去了，不知道他感觉怎么样。
Our next sentence says, there, busa at there, Lipa felt safe on the streets, a feeling she didn't have in London.
那在这边要注意，我们用 here 跟 there 的时候，前面不加介系词，所以我们这边直接讲 there， 在那里的时候，他感受到在一股在伦敦街头没有的一种安全感。
That's a weird feeling because I always feel safe in Taiwan. But in America, like in Taiwan, I'll put my headphones in at night. I'm never afraid. But in America, oh no, you take the headphones out, boy.
所以老师说他在台湾的时候，就走在路上，他耳机戴着，他觉得超级安全，走在路上也没问题。但是在美国不行哦，不能一边戴耳机边走路，要认真走路。
That's right. Well, in Taiwan, 我钱包 is throw it in the air and, no problem. In America,
别人立刻抢走。
Yeah, a bird will fly and catch it. So after feel, we have the word safe. Safe's an adjective, but feel is a verb, right? So don't we say verb plus adverb? Well, we have a sensory verb here. These are about our body. So those 5 verbs, feel, sound, look, taste, and
smell?
Smell. It smells good. We don't use adverbs here. We have to use adjective.
所以老师刚刚讲5个感官动词，它叫感官动词。感官动词的后面是直接可以加形容词的哦，这个要特别注意。
That's right. Feel safely is wrong. Our next sentence says, after attending a few hip-hop concerts, Lipa fell in love with the beats and the rhymes.
那听了几场嘻哈演唱会之后呢 ，Lipa 就爱上了这种节奏跟韵律。
Yeah. So hip-hop, we can see there's the little hyphen. 连是how if you wrote hip-hop with no hyphen, people would understand it, but it's not actually correct. So I recommend you bust out your highlighter and color that right in.
所以把那个一个杠杠，把 hip 跟 hop 这两个字连在一起，那个杠杠用荧光笔画起来。你不写大家还看得懂，但是我们要有书法，应该说书写最正确的是一定要有那个海分。
When we say beats in music, we really mean the drums and especially the bass.
所以我们在讲 beat beat 这个字原本是奏跟打的意思，但是 beat 用在音乐的时候，我们讲的其实就是它的那个韵律跟节奏。
Now,
重拍。
Rhymes doesn't use an H sound, so don't say rhymes. And 这个 Y 发 I.
所以 rhyme 这个字要特别注意，那个 Y 的声音跟 RH 的声音要特别注意。
I was an adult before I knew how to spell rhymes. That's a really hard word. Like I had to practice it as an adult because I didn't know how to spell it.
老师说他长大也才开始认真去记这个字，所以这是需要你下功夫才记得的哦。
This is a difficult word.
很难哦。
Our next sentence says, unfortunately, sadly, she felt that Kosovo was too small for her big dreams of being a singer.
所以很遗憾的是哦，他突然间觉得这个科索沃这个地方太小了，无法实现他成为歌手的这个非常远大崇高的梦想。
So let's take a look at dreams of being. Circle of, and 你可以画一个小箭头. We can see we have being. That's a gerund, 你的动名词. Why do we use a gerund here?
为什么这边要用动名词呢？
So, well, we use gerunds because we have a preposition. After our prepositions, we need to use a noun. And there are three kinds of nouns we can talk about. We can talk about VINGs, gerunds, that's being. We can talk about a regular noun like a dog, cat, pencil. Or we can use object pronouns like him, her, us, them.
所以老师这边有特别提到一个我们很好记得的关键，当你看到 of， 我们把 of 圈起来，上面可以写一个介系词的介，在介系词后面通常我们接名词，或者是动名词，或者是代名词。
Great. Next sentence. At the age of 15, Lipa returned to London to focus on singing.
Focus on singing 那个 on 也可以把它圈起来，因为后面有 singing 刚刚讲过的，对不对？所以 Lipa 在15岁那一年回到伦敦，就把他的专注力都放在唱歌上面。
Great. Our next sentence says she began recording covers on YouTube like Justin Bieber because that was the way he got discovered.
那他开始就像 Justin Bieber 一样，在 YouTube 上面录制翻唱啊，一些 cover 就是要翻唱的意思。那这也是他就是因为他知道这是 Justin Bieber 被发掘的方法。
Do you know how I got to enjoy English school?
I don't.
I made a video on YouTube and I introduced myself like in Chinese. I talked about like my job, I was a teacher, etc., all these things I was doing. And Ivy League saw it and they're like, do you want to come here? And I said, okay. So if you're interested in doing something, maybe like in TV, radio, whatever, practice on YouTube. It's free, it's easy to do, and if it's terrible, you can still delete it.
Can we still see that video right now?
Yes, you can. Please don't search Chris Gorski 自我介绍。
赶快哦 ，Chris Gorski 自我介绍，这是老师被发掘当老师的一个好方法，平台好用。
But the video's terrible, so don't watch it.
But the first one, right?
It's one of my early videos.
Yeah, 好，赶快去 Google 一下啊。
All right, our next sentence says, finally, she started releasing songs in 2015 on Warner Brothers Records.
所以他最后在2015年终于在华纳唱片公司超大的公司哦推出了歌曲。
That's right. Now Warner Brothers, BROS period, just a brothers like
缩写。
That's right. You know Super Mario Brothers, and 也有这个 BROS 句号, right? This is the same thing.
超级玛丽哦，一样的写法。
All right, let's get ready for vocab review. All right, it's time for vocab review, and our first phrase today is to be forced to do something.
Be forced to do something 它是一个被动语态用法 be forced 就代表你被逼迫的去做什么事情
That's never fun. Number 2, to put on or to hold an event.
所以 put on 或 hold an event 它都是代表你要去举办一个活动 event 就是大型活动的意思
We can't say do an event. We have to put on or hold events.
Or you can also say like throw an event.
Yeah, throw a party. That's a great one. Number 3, a festival.
那 festival 这边我们就是一些节日节庆，通常2到3天。
And our next one is to encourage somebody to do something.
那 encourage 这个字是从 courage 勇气胆识来的，加了 en 的字首变加大了嘛，变成动词，所以它变成鼓励某人做某事。
And that's all the time we have for today. We encourage you to check us out tomorrow with day 2 of our Dua Lipa story. Until then, for Enjoy English School, I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
We'll see you then.
明
Bye-bye.
第8页，人物传记，展现完美歌喉的女唱将杜哇黎波。
The perfect singer. Dua Lipa's parents didn't have an easy life before she was born. As Albanian Muslims, they were forced to leave Kosovo, their home country, during the war in 1992. They moved to an area for refugees in London. Things got better in England as her father worked for a company putting on music festivals and her mother found work in tourism. Lipa was born in 1995 and grew up in West Hampstead. Lipa was influenced by her father, who played rock music, and she started singing at the age of 5. Her singing teacher saw something in her when she was 9, so he encouraged her to sing in front of older students. In this way, she was able to gain courage. After Lipa finished elementary school, the Lipa family moved back to Kosovo because the war was over. There, Lipa felt safe on the streets, a feeling she didn't have in London. After attending a few hip-hop concerts, Lipa fell in love with the beats and the rhymes. Unfortunately, she felt that Kosovo was too small for her big dreams of being a singer. At the age of 15, Lipa returned to London to focus on singing. She began recording covers on YouTube, like Justin Bieber, because that was the way he got discovered. Finally, she started releasing songs in 2015 on Warner Brothers Records.